All right, I just want to welcome everyone who's listening to the live webinar or anyone who's listening to the playback. I'm so happy that you're on and listening. My name is Jess Knight, and I also have on here helping me is my good friend Chantel Flake. And we are certified health coaches. Our certification is through the Center of Obesity Prevention Education at Villanova University. And I'm just so excited to have everyone on to learn a little bit more about healthy eating made simple. I'm going to tell my story. I've got 3 children, and each of my pregnancies, I've gained about 45 plus. And I always heard, if you lose the weight in between pregnancies, it's easier to get the weight off. So what I would do between my pregnancies is I would work out like crazy. I always thought I ate pretty healthy, but I also would work out a lot. And I found out with each child, it got harder and harder to find that time to work out. And also I had no energy to do all those workouts. And so I got onto the Nursing Moms program. I was introduced to it, and I fell in love with it, and I was able to lose 25 pounds on the Nursing Mothers program. In the top corner is my sister-in-law, and she also was able to, she actually lost 16 pounds on the Nursing Mothers program. And she just looks fantastic. And in the bottom, we have Chantel's mother. And I'm going to have Chantel tell her amazing story.
Yes, I'd love to. So this is my mom in the bottom right-hand corner. I just love her to death. And I love that with this program, as Jess and I are the coaches, we love to share this with people that we love because we've seen it change so many people's lives. So it's especially special when you can share it with somebody that you care so much about. So this is my mom. She has struggled over a decade from fibromyalgia and just joint pain and just so much. She's just struggled with so much, and she's actually been in bed a lot of days. She can't even get out of bed because of the inflammation in her body. And so when she found out that it was probably directly related to what she was eating and her diet, she decided to try out the program and to see if she could kind of get a handle on that. And you know what? It was a miracle because 3 months later, it was kind of a gradual change, but 3 months later, she just popped out of bed one day and she called me and she said, I didn't even realize it until 10 minutes after she didn't realize until about 10 minutes after she had done it that she just didn't feel that pain anymore in her joints. And she was just so excited to tell me that. So she feels so good now. And I love that she's a grandma to, let's see, there's 7 grandkids now, and she's just as young as could be. I just love her to death. And as a byproduct, she actually lost 30 pounds, which she wasn't even looking to lose the weight because we really didn't think she had anything to lose, but that's just kind of a byproduct of getting your body healthy.
Yeah, I think that's the most rewarding part about being a health coach is you just get people coming up to you all the time saying how great they feel inside and out. And I just love being able to help others get healthy. So first off, let's talk about the health crisis in America. The Centers for Disease Control started keeping statistics in 1985. So by 1995, all the states in the U.S. had stats. And you can see by the blue colors, it's somewhere in the 10 to 19% range of obesity for the nation. So you fast forward several years to 2010, and you'll find that most of the country is in the orange color, which is 25 to 30% or more in those states.
Yeah, and I love just being educated on this because it really helps you understand really what the crisis is in America. These statistics right here are really alarming to me. 2 of every 3 adults in our country are overweight. And it says right here, 1 out of every 3 are obese. And the startling fact that 1 out of every 5 children are now facing obesity. They've actually had to lower that age that they take stats for from 11 to 2 years old because it's coming on so early in life. And we know what that's from. It's not just because kids, it's the way that they're being raised. And it's us as adults that take that responsibility. 25 million Americans have diabetes, and then 79 million of those are pre-diabetic that really don't know that they even have this problem that could be in the future. And I love this little comic. Is this evolution? It's just become part of our society today, hasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so first off, let's talk about your health goals. And I want you to think about your health goals. Maybe you have a goal to eat healthier, or maybe you want to increase your physical activity. Maybe you have stress you want to reduce, or maybe you're not getting enough sleep at night and you want to improve your sleep. You want to sleep better. All of these things affect our health. So just think, if you could do anything physically or have all the energy in the world, what would you do? Would you want to run races or be able to play with your children or grandchildren? Would you want to go horseback riding, bike riding? So just think of those things that you'd want to do. For me, before I had no energy, and so I would need naps during the day, and I just wouldn't be able to get to play with my kids as much as I wanted to. So that's made a huge difference in my life. So what we find is that improving health is contagious. So it's a good thing to be contagious. So if you're making healthy choices, it's really going to affect the people around you and your family and friends. So if you could choose optimal health, would you choose it?
That's a great question. I think, it seems like a simple question, but really it's something to consider. If you really could, would you? Let's talk about a few matters of health. We wanted you to have a few takeaways from this slideshow presentation that you could start implementing today. So I want to just give you just a few tips here. The first one being breakfast. Ask yourself, do you wake up and do you eat within 30 minutes? Many people don't even realize this because a lot of us say, oh, we're not hungry when we first wake up. But really, that's going to be key in jump-starting your metabolism. That's so important. So by eating within a half hour of waking up, it actually signals to your brain to stop storing fat. Isn't that cool? So really, let's just get our metabolism going first thing in the morning. The second thing that's really important to remember is to eat every 2 to 3 hours when you're awake. That is how you fuel your body properly and how you keep your blood sugars balanced and how you can keep your metabolism burning strong throughout the whole day. This is a concept not only important for weight loss, but also through weight management, and this is how you balance your blood sugar. So a lot of people ask, what do you eat every 2 to 3 hours? That's the $1 million question, right? And the answer is you're going to eat small protein carb balanced meals 5 to 6 times a day. Probably a lot of you have heard that eating the 5 to 6 times a day is the healthiest way to eat. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But let's just talk about the water first. This is another really important thing that you can start doing today. Drinking your water. And the way that you figure that out is just take half of your body weight and then put that in ounces, and that's how much water you're going to do per day. That's a lot of water, but I promise it gets easier. So that just kind of as a great rule of thumb. And honestly, I just tell all my clients, Jess and I both tell all our clients, just shoot for 100 ounces a day. And make sure that you're not drinking your calories. It's so easy to get in the sodas and the juices, but really keeping your liquids to water is going to be a lot better for your health.
Yeah, and each of those things are just small, simple things that I've changed throughout my daily habits that have made a huge difference in my health. So let's talk about why time matters. Why do we eat 5 to 6 times a day? There was actually a clinical study done by David Jenkins at the University of Toronto on low glycemic eating. So he took 2 groups of people, And they ate the same number of calories and the same foods. And that's important. They ate the exact same foods. So one group ate 3 times a day and the other 6 small meals a day. And the group that ate the 6 small meals lost more weight, they were less hungry, and they reduced their cholesterol by 15%. And they also reduced their blood insulin by 28%. And this is why it's so important when you eat during the day. So the chart shows what happens when you eat low glycemic fuelings 5 to 6 times throughout the day. Those meals are only going to spike the blood glucose and insulin right around your baseline. So it's important to do this for health. And if you eat 3 high glycemic meals a day, you would experience huge blood glucose spikes every time you eat. Then what happens is the body has to pump in insulin to combat that, to bring them back down towards the baseline. And this is not a very healthy cycle. So you want to try to keep your blood sugar steady and even.
Let's talk about the combination of, I mentioned protein carb balanced meals every 2-3 hours, 5 to 6 times a day. A lot of people, when they hear protein, they think meat, right? You think, I got to eat chicken. Well, and that kind of seems a little bit overwhelming to have to cook chicken 5 to 6 times a day, right? So I want you to kind of look at these examples on the left-hand side. These are examples of ways that you can get your protein very easily. Boiled egg, Greek yogurt, low-fat cheese, nut butters, nuts, fish, and then obviously the meat that we typically think of, beans, cottage cheese, soy or whey protein. So all of these different things are great sources for protein. And a lot of the times, let's look in the column on the right, carb examples. A lot of times you think of like rice or bread, but actually there's healthy carbs as well. Fruits, berries, vegetables, low-carb tortilla, whole wheat toast, high-fiber crackers, granola, steel-cut oats, quinoa, lots of different ways to get in those carbs as well. So as you're eating 5 to 6 times a day, you're going to have something from each category. Typically, it's easier to get the carb. So if you go for the carb, just grab something with the protein, okay? And also, one thing I wanted to mention is with Take Shape for Life, we have balanced protein carb meal replacements that are balanced for you. They have the proper balance of protein and carbs, and it's really easy to get that healthy fueling.
Great. Okay, so let's talk about why our plate matters. And this was huge for me. So I thought I ate healthy, but I have no concept of portion control. So I was thinking, oh, I'm eating healthy, so I can eat as much as I want, right? No. So let's talk about a really great concept that helps people and that helps me out a ton within healthy parameters. So we call this the 9-inch plate in Take Shape for Life. And as you can see, half of your plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables. And then a fourth would be protein, and the other fourth would be your starches. And this is a great visual. A 9-inch plate is much smaller than the plates you've probably seen at a restaurant. And those things are huge. If you go to a restaurant, they're just massive amounts of food, and they're just, they could feed so many people. So they're usually about 12 to 14 inches. So here's an example of what your plate could look like. You can have 5 ounces of chicken, half a cup of asparagus, a cup of spinach, half a cup of cherry tomatoes on your spinach, and then use 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing, and then use that half a cup of brown rice. So on your 9-inch plate, that's going to come out to be 438 calories. And here's an interesting fact about restaurant portions. Most Americans would have 2 cups of brown rice, and just that 2 cups would be more calories than this whole meal right here. So right there, you'd be doubling your calories, and we don't want to do that.
Let's talk about the glycemic index charts. I love these slides. This is something new to me since I've been a health coach and doing this program. I love how the green, if you stay in the green, you stay lean. So really try to aim for the things in the green. How interesting is this? Blackberries, grapefruit, cherries, tomatoes are more healthy fruits than would be pineapple, watermelon, mango. So it's not meaning that you can't ever have that, but it's more sticking to the green section is going to help keep your blood sugars low. Zero to it's on a base from 0 to 100. 100 is like pure sugar. So keeping that number lower is better.
Okay, and I want to talk about support. Support is huge and it matters. Here at Take Shape for Life, we're very serious about support, and we want to make sure that everyone feels supported in their journey, whether it's weight loss or just wanting to eat healthier. So in Take Shape for Life, we offer personal health coaches. We've got a great Facebook support group. We've got nutritionists and a dietitian support call. We also have a doctor, nurse support calls that you can get on, and we have an awesome weekly client support calls that are just so helpful and really keep you motivated.
Right.
So we want to make sure that everyone is supported on their journey.
Absolutely. And a big part of it is also the education. Honestly, this is probably the biggest part. You probably know people that have lost weight and then gained it back, but really we want our clients to create that long-term success. And so it's about rewiring their brains. Our curriculum really focuses on learning about food and exercise and dealing with those triggers so that you can make those better changes for lifetimes. I always tell my clients that it's not about reaching a number on the scale. It's really the side effect of becoming a healthier person. So when you reach that end number, that's not necessarily the end. It's lifelong health.
Right. Okay, so a simple, safe program matters. And no matter if you're wanting to lose weight or learn to eat healthier, it's important to find a program that's really going to help you get there in a healthy way. One that is going to protect your lean muscle and give you the proper nutrition and vitamins that your body needs. So ask yourself, do you currently eat 6 small protein carb balanced meals a day? Do you have you tried to make changes on your own and failed? Are you getting the proper nutrition that you need? Do you need help? Do you just need help along the way? And so if you do, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about our program, Take Shape for Life. We have our clients start by practicing with 1 meal a day. And this is the whole concept with protein and carbs together. So 5 to 7 ounces of lean protein, so chicken or fish or other examples that Chantel mentioned earlier, and 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables. And it's good for general health to have the bulk of your healthy vegetables come from a more non-starchy option like, salad, tomatoes, and green beans. But there's a lot of good non-starchy choices out there.
So simple nutrition is really important. We talked about those protein carb balanced meals, and that sometimes that's time consuming and because we're just busy. So that's why we fast food, honestly, that's why it's so successful in America. So we really want to make it quick and easy for everybody. So if you're wanting to lose weight, we have lots of different programs for you. It just kind of it depends on what your health goals are. The fastest weight loss program we have is called the 5-in-1, 5 grab-and-go healthy meal replacements that are going to help get in those get in those eating 6 times a day, and then one of them you prepare yourself, which actually is it's called the lean and green meal. It's basically just protein and veggies, and it helps you get in a fat burning state, and also to teach you how to make those and prepare those yourself. So really, really easy, simple. That's what we're all about. And also our parent company, it's called Medifast. They've been a leader in safe and effective weight loss for over 30 years. 20,000 doctors recommend us. It's just really nice to have that medical research to back us up. I also wanted to share a few of our success stories. And we don't have a lot of time. We don't want to keep it all day, but just a few. Honestly, these could go on for hours and hours. But these are all people that Jess and I are able to meet and watch their journey and to be able to be involved with them. It's just so rewarding. Jackie losing 30 pounds. She just finished open heart surgery a year ago. Her doctor said that she would basically have to take naps every day and that she would never have full function of her heart. She just got word that because of her healthy habits that she's been in placing in her life, that she is now able to have full function of her heart, and which is a complete miracle. My sister-in-law, Sarah, right here in the bottom right, she went from size 14 to 4 in 3 months. I just love her confidence, and it's in this picture, and in real life, she really is just like that. She's amazing, and it has just changed her life, making these healthy choices. She's with her, for her 2 little girls and her husband, it's made all the difference. So like I said, these could go on for days, but just know that this program, it's worked for so many people, and we just love coaching people we really care about.
Okay, so you might be saying, all right, I'm ready for a healthy eating makeover. What do I do now? What's next? Or maybe just want help with some weight loss because, 2/3 of the country does, so you're not alone. Go ahead and raise your hand. Call me, text me, or email me. My contact information is there, my phone number, my email address, and also my website. And from there, we can get your health goals down. We'll want your educational materials. We're very serious about helping people get the education that you need to move forward into your life of health. And also any healthy meal replacements if you'd like to use them for your journey. And also your free coach, which would be me. And Chantel's going to explain our awesome weight loss challenge that we have coming up.
Yes, get very excited. It's going to be a really fun challenge. This is for anybody looking to improve their habits, really. We have categories for people that want to lose weight or just maintain. But if you want to meet your goal, then, if you meet your goal, you actually win part of the pot. And it's just $20 to be involved. Anybody, we have all different eating plans, recipes, coaching. The coaching comes along with it, complete curriculum for you to follow and learn your healthy habits. So definitely contact Jess if you're interested in doing this, and she can find an eating plan that kind of works with your goals.
Yeah. And just if you think of anyone that needs help, please share this information with them. Loved ones, anyone. This could really save lives, and it just makes a huge difference. And so please spread the word. Here again is my information, and I hope everyone got a little something out of this webinar. And please give me a call if you want more information. Thanks.